Go to TAPgiles.com to learn dreams, engage my services, and support the channel. I'm going to use the Imp Tracker over here, and so with the other methods I've taught before, don't let you kind of throw objects, or they kind of let you throw them, but it doesn't work perfectly every time. So, but if I do something like this, I grab an object and put it into a tracker, then I can add some logic to make this follow and not follow it. So if I get a chip, get a controller, and make it remote control, and then when I pull R2, so if I pull R2 more than that amount, then we'll say that we want to grab, and we'll tell this to follow the player's imp. So I'll wire that into here. Yeah, so then I can grab with R2, and then if I let go of R2 when throwing it, it kind of stops in midair. That's because this hasn't got this on, which says movable when not following. So then it would just fall to the ground. So if I now grab it with that just turning on follow imp, and then I can throw it up into the air and it reacts properly. Hey, and like spin it like that and stuff like that, and it works properly. But the problem is, if I'm like here, I want to grab it as if the imp tip was on that spot that's under the imp tip. But it kind of flips to be, like if I grab it, I was in this position, and it'll always be in that orientation and that far away from the imp tip. But really we want this to still be where it was after it's been grabbed. So still be there, and then follow like that, and then it would kind of match properly. So let's put that there. So it you can actually move this within this object. So if I have like a tag over here and give it a name, and then a teleporter on here, give that the same name and match orientation, then it will move within this group. So if we did something like, if I powered this teleporter when we start following, then it should skip back to where that tag is. So kind of move back like that. But we kind of want it to just move to where it was already. So what I'm going to do is put this on the grid, like that. Oh, the teleporter's inside there now. And then grab the teleporter and surface snap it there. And make sure this is in the middle of the sculpt, or it doesn't really matter if it's in the middle, but in a particular spot that we know where it is. And then Y points up. And then we can put the tag on the sculpt as well, and have that be in the same position. So it's in the center, Y is pointing up. So when this teleports, it'll teleport to the same place it already was. So now what happens is, if I look at it in test mode, and then I pull R2, playtime, pull R2, that wire is going to the Imp Tracker. If I let go, you'll see it stays there. And if I go out of here, the Imp Tracker is there. So that's what that means. That's what that wire is doing. So the Imp Tracker is working properly, but this is teleporting to itself and ignoring the fact that it's in the Imp Tracker. So if we just power that for a brief time, like with a signal manipulator in pulse mode, so it will just briefly power that, then we wire that into there, then it will teleport on the first frame of this whole tracker following. It will teleport to itself and ignore where the Imp Tracker is trying to move it, and then it will stop teleporting to itself and move with the Imp Tracker. So I grab it with R2, and now it's moving one-to-one with the imp, and I can throw it and it reacts properly. But it started in where it already was. So like I can grab it from where it already is and then start moving it and then throw it, and it all works fine. Oh, where's he gone? There it is. Boop. So now you can effectively kind of juggle with these and use it on either thing. So if I used L2, if I had like a similar thing on L2, and that triggered the teleporter as well, and that made it follow as well, but the L2 uses a keyframe to set it to follow the secondary control sensor. Then if I have my moves, oh, I haven't hooked that up. Okay, let's try that again. So when I grab it with R2, it goes to the right one, and grab it with L2, it goes to the left one. So now I can kind of throw it between each other, and like juggle with objects in the scene, even though we're not using Imp Grab at all. Just be aware that that first frame, when you first grab it, it's taking a frame to teleport to where it is. So if you like grab it quickly and throw it, then it will like be slightly jank, but this is still the best throwing things around logic that we can make that I'm aware of.
Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Go to patreon.com/TAPgiles to learn something new every day.